on. Beth's asleep. And I said, what am I doing? I can't keep my eyes open. Okay, there was a rain delay. I understand that. But even still, I don't know how these young kids are watching
young kids
baseball.
have the energy to stay up all night, and it's the weekend. Last
night was a school night. True. They started the game at 8 o'clock. I was only into inning 2. I think it was 10:30 already. I went to bed.
And the problem is games 1 and 2 are during the week.
Right.
And it's 6 and 7 would be 2, and those are the biggest games.
If you're a Yankee fan and you're a kid, and you want to watch your team clinch a series, say they were going to win tonight.
It's going to be up till midnight.
You can't stay up that late.
I can't physically...
I know there's some parents that will let that happen.
No, I know, but I said to myself, listen, I'm a guy who has to get up early for my work. But I was talking to John Hine, because no one can stay. Everybody falls asleep. Nobody gets to see it.
People are working, even if they don't have to work these hours.
And imagine that's watching the game. If you go to the game, it's going to take you another... If the game is at midnight, but you get home at 2 in the morning.
It's crazy.
Plus, this is the worst time of the year to be watching baseball with all the rain and oh my God.
So was A-Rod a hero? I mean, he hit he hit the go-ahead run.
Here's the situation with A-Rod.
Now he's missed November.
The first two games were scary because it looked like he was back to not doing anything.
Shithead, yeah.
He was 0 for 8 with 6 strikeouts, and I was at the game Thursday night. And exactly what you're talking about. I was at the game. I was falling asleep in the 7th inning. It's the World Series, but not only was he 0 for 8 and struck out another 3 times, he looked bad striking out, and he made what I thought should have been an error, and so defensively he fucked up, too.
Ooh.
I think I saw that. You're talking about in the field.
In the field,
he made an error.
Grounder right at him, and he sort of sidestepped it. It was a tough thing, but A-Rod should catch it.
It was like in the first or second inning.
Yeah, it was early in the game, and the Phillies scored a run because of it. But the thing about the Yankees is... And again, I get when people complain about them. They buy everybody. So if A-Rod doesn't step up, someone else does. And even though A-Rod had a shit 2 games, the Yankees go into Philly up 2-1. Big deal.
Right.
Then the first game in Philly, A-Rod, gets hit by a pitch, which is a dumb move.
Right.
They sort of woke up a sleeping giant in a way. Next time he's up, he hits a home run. So it was a big home run. They were down 3-0. That made it 3-2, but that was his only hit of the game. Last night, he's 0 for 3 again. Doesn't look like he's doing anything, and he got up and he got a big double to go ahead.
Go-ahead run, right?
So technically, he's only 2 for 14. He's batting like 143. That's shit. But in October, the 2 hits he got are big hits, and he's A-Rod. I mean, I think A-Rod has a publicist the way Tom Cruise has a publicist, because even if he gets a big single in the 5th inning, he's on the back page of the Daily News,
Right.
And he sells papers, I get it. But, so it's weird now. A-Rod's not having a great World Series, but the 2 times he came through were clutch, and hey, that's what you need. I'm happy about it. Again, we're talking. The series ain't over, man. We got our hearts taken away in 2004 when we were up like this.
There have been teams who've been up 3-1 and lost.
Yeah, and the Phillies are a great team.
Right.
They're a great team, and I'll tell you how you bring people together. I'm at the Yankee game, and it's Philly in New York. It's Stern City Central, and everyone, of course, knows I'm a Yankee fan there. And they put me on the big screen. And I know you've talked about that before. And because I'm on the show, I
feel like a douchebag.
I get that kind of treatment, which is nice. And they've done that twice now.
Right.
And people are nice, like they cheer and stuff, because they love the show. But it lets everybody know you're there. And then from there on in, the entire game, in the middle of the 2 innings, I had a line of pictures to be taken. But a real funny thing happened. The guy sitting behind me was kind of like a Gabon type of guy, and Artie, I love you, the whole game. And he was funny though.
Mr. America.
When they put us on screen, he goes, they saw him too, and my girlfriend and my uncles. And he goes, dead serious. He goes, that wasn't on television, was it?
Oh, my God. Like, he shouldn't be there?
I go, I don't know. I mean, I don't think they put me on TV. I don't know. Maybe it was just for the crowd, you know. And he goes, I got some shit going on. That wasn't on television. And I go, dude, I can't guarantee you it wasn't on television. Yeah, it's not my problem, you know. He goes,
like, now he's involved with you.
And then he goes, because I know you fucked with that Joe Buck asshole, because maybe they want him to talk about you. He goes, you don't. He goes, you know what? I like.
Trying to watch the game.
He goes, I like you, and now you're fucking me up.
Wow.
Okay, I'm trying to watch the game. It was $10 hot chocolate, by the way, Howard.
Wow.
A hot chocolate is $10. When I went to the World Series with my father in '77, I still have the stubs, the tickets for $10.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and it wasn't even hot. The guy had it up in the air. No one would buy it for 2 hours, and I bought it. $10 for a hot chocolate.
And you can't bring a thermos with you, can you?
They check everything. Adrian had a bag. They went through it like she was Bin Laden.
Wow.
You said that about Beth. You know, they just check everything.
Right.
And, you know, again, thanks fucking Bin Laden. It takes 2 hours to get into a Yankee game now.
Right.
And, you know, if the point is, and when you pay the $10 for a hot chocolate, you get more mad when A-Rod doesn't do good because he's making $25 million a year. So you start screaming, "What the fuck? $10 for a hot chocolate? Hit the ball, feel the ball, you asshole!"
You get angry.
That's where I get like Will. I'm like Will. I can't give him shit.
Right.
When I used to drink, I would yell the worst shit. I got kicked out of Yankee Stadium. I'm a Yankee fan.
And he's got season tickets.
What were you doing?
Oh God, what was I doing? What wasn't I doing?
Right.
Gary's been to a game with me before, but I
what did you do?
I told you his old seats were about 6 rows back of the third base.
Yeah.
So the third base coach, if you could throw a piece of paper and hit the guy. So Artie starts to obsess on the third base coach, what he looks like, what he's wearing, his shape and size. So he starts to yell at the guy, yell at him. The day we were there was a guy who was, you know those old guys? You know, first of all, they have to wear baseball uniforms. They're like 70-year-old men in baseball uniforms.
Which no other sport does, by the way. Like Andy Reid doesn't have to wear an Eagles uniform.
Right.
So the guy was one of those old guys. He had no butt. Right, the pants just looked like they just went down. So I don't know. I can't remember. The guy's name was Johnson or something. Artie's on his 12th double. You know, I
was drinking back then.
You know, he walks into the bar. There's a bar outside of Yankee Stadium that everybody goes to, legendary, called Stan's. We walk into Stan's. Artie has 6 shots of Jack shoved into his hand before he can blink. We get out of there. We go to the game. They come around. Artie says, "Give me 4 doubles." That's just for him. 4 doubles of Jack.
Because he'll never come back in time.
So he orders 4 doubles. Then Artie gets up to go to the bathroom.
Maybe it'd be nice to have a little breather between Jacks, and Jack.
Yeah, have some water.
Yeah,
Artie gets up to go to the bathroom. They come back again for drinks, and I feel, well, Artie, gave me the ticket, so I said, "Bring me 4 doubles." Artie comes back from the bathroom with 4 doubles, and I said, "Well, I ordered 4 doubles." He goes, "Great."
Now I'm all set.
So now Artie has now had
$12 drinks.
He's had 5 shots at Stan's and 12 doubles. So that's 29 shots.
Wow.
So now
Constitution on you.
So now he's working up. He's watching the game, and
how's he awake to yell anything?
I have a better Constitution than America.
So you drunk off your ass after that? You have.
I got drunk, and Gary, the funny thing is, first of all,
he should be in the hospital. Yeah,
you should be in a coma.
First of all the third base coaches have dumpy asses because they're all old guys, and my friends. This is a famous story of my friends, and I mean, I'm not saying this is funny. But when you're drunk with your friends, this is funny. So the third base coach, the Yankees are killing this team, right? And he looks miserable. He's probably making no money. He's on the road. Real dumpy ass. And his last name was Ludoff, okay? So I'm ossified by the 6th inning. Now, because my seats are 4 rows behind third, he can hear everything I'm saying. So I start going, "Ludoff, the third base coach, had a very dumpy ass." And that's all they kept saying was that verse of Rudolph the Red-Nosed.
They threw you out for that?
We were throwing up laughing because we were drunk.
Right.
And then so Mike kept saying, Rudolph has a dumpy ass. And the guy came over and said, you have to listen. We know you're a Yankee fan.
Ludolph.
No. Usher.
Oh, okay.
You can't say dumpy ass as kids here.
Right.
And again, when I was a kid, I remember a guy asking me to hold his beer while he rolled a joint. You know, times are different.
Yeah, but I do remember going to games with my dad, and they would be drunk.
Sitting next to Artie.
And it scared, but it scared me. You know, I remember it was scary because there were old guys, like, they smelled like liquor and they were just, like, getting crazy.
That's what the usher is trying to do. Get this
Did you say to the
scary
usher,
man to quiet down.
Did you say to the usher, can I sing Ludolph has a dumpy butt?
Well, because everything, one of my friends, the funniest and rudest thing I've ever seen before is a plane of Blue Jays about 1982. It's a man with his 16-year-old daughter and his 10-year-old son. Now, the son has a little Blue Jay shirt on. There's upper deck at Yankee Stadium. And a ball and a glove to catch a ball, which will never come to us.
Right.
And so the Blue Jays score a run, and my friend is he's like Will and me. We all had bets on the game. And he's fucking pissed off because the Blue Jays go ahead by 2 runs. The kid's going, yay, yay, yay. And he's sitting next to his 16-year-old sister. And my buddy goes, hey, Blue Jay kid. That's what he called him. He goes, hey, Blue Jay kid. And finally the kid turns around and be like, yeah, like, with my buddy goes, I can't even.
What did he say?
My buddy goes,
your buddy.
I fucked your sister last night.
Oh, was your child?
God.
How old?
It was, she was 16, I think. I don't know. She was an adult.
I hope they threw you out.
The father hears it.
Oh, boy.
So now he turns around and goes, what the fuck did you just say?
What the fuck?
My buddy goes, I said I fucked your daughter last night.
Oh,
so now it was our fault.
Yeah.
You think?
Really? And so the guy swings, me and my 2 buddies swing, and then we got thrown out.
Well, yeah.
But, yeah, no, that should happen.
Wow.
That was bad.
That's bad.
She could have
said that to one of your kids. You fucking
no! Believe me, I would.
You don't even have kids, and you would go nuts.
I saw again the stuff you see your father do. I saw a guy threw a beer bottle at me once.
Wow!
And I saw my father. You talk about therapy. I saw my father pull a guy through his car window, and like literally, like.
Well, he's like, right.
The guy cut us off, and my old man. We were coming back from sleigh ride, and I'll never forget it. We're like one of those $3 sleds, going down a main drag, and it was like 1978, so they all looked like they were in the Eagles or something, and they threw a Bud bottle at me and said, fuck you. And my father fucking just chased them, cut them off, ran and punched through the window, broke the glass of the window.
So there you go.
And pulled the kid out. I didn't say it. My friend said it. I would never say that to I really would never say that to a kid. But, you know,
protected you. So the dad was right. He went and he stuck up for his daughter.
The third base, the third base coaches caught a lot of. There was one guy called Kim who was an Asian guy.
Yeah.
He was a Red Sox third base coach, and he was about 2'8". Okay.
Right.
And we kept calling him Lil Kim. And doing all stupid jokes like, hey, Kim, and every time we go, hey, Lil Kim, and then he would finally look at us, and we'd go, how does it feel to be the last guy to know it's raining? Every dumb short joke.
So anyway, you went to the... What was they asking?
Gary was with me at the game, and we fucking...
Yeah. Hey, can I just say one thing about A-Rod? You know, he's supposed to be the classiest guy in the world, you know, Armani suits and everything. I'm watching the game Saturday night. They put the camera on him. He's at third base. He punches a glove. He did the grossest thing. He takes his finger and he presses it against one nostril and he blows the biggest snot rocket I've ever seen.
I was watching the game at that point.
Yeah, what is going on inside him? He's always goobering and clamming.
He's a twitchy kind of dude.
But I mean, it was almost like they said, you know, we're going to put the camera in. He had no idea. Hold that nostril down, and the snot goes like 10 feet.
Hey, so talk about this concert you went to.
Oh, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame show Thursday night.
Yeah, listen to this, man. Baba Booey saw a good one. Listen.
I have to say, probably one of the top 5 concerts I've ever seen. Over close to 5.5 hours.
Wow.
Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden. Not a dead moment, Howard.
In honor of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Why are all these guys trying to raise money for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Well, Ross and I were talking about that. I think they're just all about the preservation of, you know, of putting together.
Archiving.
Just archiving, keeping the museum together so that in 100 years people know. But, you know, you're right. It's weird. You can't get this. You couldn't get this lineup together
against nuclear war.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I mean, Jackson Browne couldn't get the No Nukes concert this could have built. But go ahead.
It was one of the best concerts I've ever seen. So it was divided into, there were 4 main acts, and then each of the acts came out, and then they would have a bunch of people with them. So the first act that came out is Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Wow.
They come out, well, the show starts, we hear there's going to be a special guest, right? And Ross and I were on the fence about whether to even go to the show. You know, ticket was like $250 for, like, not even a great seat.
Mm-hmm.
They bring out Jerry Lee Lewis, and the guy's going to die any minute. I mean, he's got that gobbler, and he's doing the piano, and he's got a weak voice. And I go, God, is this going to be one of those sad shows where it's just a lot of old people? After that, it was just all the way uphill.
Well, it's like when they tortured you with Ravi Shankar at the George Harrison concert, whatever that was called.
Concert for Bangladesh.
Concert for Bangladesh. They tortured you with Ravi Shankar for a while, and then the concert gets really good after that.
So
you always got to be tortured.
Tom Hanks comes out. He introduces...
Tom Hanks?
Yeah, he does a whole rap about how important it is. He introduces Jerry Lee Lewis. Crosby, Stills, and Nash at the stage. They do a bunch of songs. They sound, you know, pretty good.
They do the hits, none of that new shit.
Howard, everybody that comes out does nothing but hits.
All right.
They do, it's, you know, at one point, I can't remember the order, but it was Teacher Children, 𝗦𝗵cie 𝗄𝗿, but there's another song that you would really like. I just can't remember the name of it. Then they bring out Bonnie Raitt. She sounds phenomenal. She does one song.
Right.
They bring out Jackson Browne. He does a Pretender. And another song sounds fucking phenomenal. Then they bring out James Taylor.
Now, when you say they bring out, do they have multiple, like, setups so that people...
No. In other words, these people come out to play with Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Oh.
So at times Crosby, Stills, and Nash are backing people up.
Go ahead.
And so then James Taylor comes out. So that whole thing takes like an hour.
Wow.
And that's great.
That would be enough for me.
That's great.
Yeah, that's a concert.
Right there.
Yeah.
The second person out, it takes 5 minutes to switch the stage.
Really?
To change. Second person out is Paul Simon. He comes out, does a bunch of his solo stuff, and then he brings out, because now he's, like, Crosby, Stills, and Nash were representing, like, the West Coast. They were doing themes, right? So now Paul Simon's representing New York. He does a bunch of his solo songs. Then they bring out Little Anthony and the Imperials, and I go, 6 guys in their 70s. They do one song, a cappella, sound phenomenal. And it's great. I'm like, I like Little Anthony and the Imperials. They're, you know, they don't overstay their welcome. They're great.
Right.
I forget who, you know, I'm leaving out a bunch of names, but inevitably he brings out Garfunkel. And they sing together, and they are phenomenal, Howard.
They are.
Phenomenal. I mean, they both sound great together, and it almost makes you think, like, why don't they play together more?
Because Paul can't stand art.
I wonder. I mean, you know, they got together for this, but it's almost like it's their duty to sing together at least every 5 years because they're that good.
Wow.
Then a little bit of
in other words, when Simon's doing his solo stuff, it's not half as good as when he's with Garfunkel.
It's good, but the Simon and Garfunkel stuff is iconic, and they just sound great doing it. Like, listening to them, I thought to myself, they could get together tomorrow and write a bunch of new songs, and it would probably sound great. I don't know if they'd be great songs.
Right.
But they're still in that great a form.
Go ahead.
Take a little bit of time. Okay, a little bit of technical difficulty, 20 minutes. Stevie Wonder comes out, and he's great. And I can't even remember, like, at one point, John Legend came out, and they did a couple of Michael Jackson songs because that's representing sort of the soul Motown part. And again, I'm leaving people out that came in and out. Then he's done after his 45 minutes. Springsteen comes out.
Wow.
And Springsteen just won't leave. I saw that the show was supposed to be over at 11:47. So there was like a 20-minute, delay. I left at 1:30. They were doing the last song, 1:30 in the morning.
So how long was Springsteen on?
Springsteen was on. He did his songs. He brought out Sam from Sam and Dave, right?
Right.
They did 2 songs together. Again, I hate it when guys get together, do the old songs. Sounded phenomenal. They did Hold On, I'm Coming and Soul Man. And it sounded
on for like 2 hours?
Bruce was on for like an hour 45. It sounded great. Then, when you think like there's nothing left, Bruce does this whole rap about, New York and Long Island, New Jersey and Long Island used to be connected, and now we're going to connect it again. Billy Joel comes out.
Wow.
And then they do a bunch of songs together. I mean, it was a phenomenal show.
Wow. What time did you get out of there?
I left at 1:25. I got home at almost 3 in the morning.
Wow. Jesus. That's some show.
But I never,
unbelievable.
I never sat there at any time and looked at my watch and go, oh, my God, this is boring. Or
you're just having a great time the whole time.
Because nobody stayed on long enough to bother you.
Wow. Wow. Who'd you go with?
Ross.
And is that when you went to dinner with him?
Yeah, we went to dinner before.
Listen to this. Gary comes in this morning and says to me, I'm never going to dinner with Ross again. I go, what happened? I figured it was behavioral. But it wasn't. Tell that story.
Russ always knows where, like, the cool restaurants are and good stuff. He says, he knows I love sushi. He loves sushi. So he says, let's get sushi. I know this place. He goes, really good. A little pricey, but, really, really good. So we go to the restaurant, and it's not like a huge fancy restaurant. It's a little tiny restaurant. We go and we sit at the sushi bar.
Right. You're not even at a table.
Not at a table. The waitress comes over, and we have to give our likes and dislikes. His goes on for an hour. Mine's like 2 seconds. Right. I said, I'd rather have sashimi. He'd rather have sushi. I don't eat this. I don't eat that. Whatever. So they just start bringing food out. The sushi chef puts some food in front of you.
Well, you don't have to order.
You don't order.
I love that.
Okay. So I said to him at some point, like, how does this work? And he goes, well, it's like a round. It's almost like a X-course dinner, whatever. So we order a very small bottle of sake and a couple of appetizers, and that's it. So the bill's coming. I said, what do you figure? $200 between the two of us? He goes, it's a little bit pricier than that. He goes, probably like $250, $260. They put the bill down. I open it up. Before tip, it's $4.85.
What did you eat?
Let me tell you something. That's insanity.
Yeah. It's sushi.
First of all, where's he getting this money from?
Well, he wasn't expecting this either. He said he'd eaten there a couple of weeks before.
Yeah.
And it wasn't anything like that.
That's more than pricey.
So what drove it up? Is the sake?
No. It wasn't the sake. The sake wasn't. We saw the price of the sake.
How much was the sake?
It was $29 for a small little...
And you shared that.
And we shared that.
Right.
And then I think we each had a glass after that. So say we spent $50
on alcohol.
On sake.
What the hell?
And then we ordered a round of steamed dumplings. So I don't know what that... It's 180...
What's the name of this fucking place so I don't go there?
Sushi for Gary.
Sushi for Gary.
Gary, G-E-R-I.
Sushi
Maybe that's why
I know.
Sushi for Gary.
It was Gary Sushi. He owns
Sushi for Fa.
It was $180 each just to sit at the sushi bar. And then I think when it was done, Ross ordered an extra thing. So it's $360, another $50, $410. I don't know. It was $480, and then we had to leave a tip. So it was in essence.
What'd you leave for a tip on that?
We left it. He was so pissed. He's like, I'm only leaving $40. So on $240 each, we left $40, which is 15%.
Yeah, well.
And so basically $300 a head for sushi.
Now, is the sushi incredible?
It's very good.
Not that good.
But I said there's a place I go to on this block that probably costs 10% of what I paid that night, and the sushi's like 80% as good.
Right.
Like, it's just, it wasn't like the ambiance was great. Like, listen, even if you go to Nobu, it's pricey. I've been at Nobu. I've seen Chris Rock. I've seen Derek
You ain't
Jeter.
seen anyone famous, even.
No.
Yeah.
I saw you, Ross.
Wow.
I could was the most I've ever paid for a meal.
This Ross, he doesn't spend a dime on anything.
Sure he does.
I mean, no, he you know, on himself, but not on his wife.
I don't know about that.
He keeps her on austerity. And I don't blame him. You got to keep a woman in line, but then he goes out for 300, 400, what?
He wasn't
400, how much?
It was
480?
480.
And then with the tip over $500?
It was with the tip. It was a 480, and we left 80. It was 560.
Just the two of you?
Just the two of them.
Let me tell you something.
Does the waitress give you a happy ending?
I wish.
That's 4 people at Nobu.
Right.
And Nobu is the best eating experience I've ever had.
Right.
In my life.
I mean, first of all, I know Ross got a couple of mortgages. What the hell? Where's he getting this money?
He was not expecting. I'm telling you, he expected the bill to be about $250. It was, but I've never been off by double on a bill yet. You know what I mean? I've never been off by double the amount. I was pissed.
There was one time.
But so was he.
There was one time I thought a White Castle was going to be a quarter. It was 50 cents.
My God. That's crazy, man. Manhattan's just crazy expensive.
But you don't have to do that to get good food.
But, you know, you go out with someone. Here, 8 pieces of tuna sushi and 1 roll is $49 at your place that you went to. They handed me this.
Yeah,
but again,
how much sushi did they eat?
Yeah, I mean, what did you eat?
No, we ordered, like I said, we didn't order sushi by the piece, which we said in retrospect we probably should have. You sit at the bar. That's part of the experience. Ross has to, I don't know. There's a Japanese name for it when you get, you sit there and the chef just makes you what he wants.
Yeah, it's called getting hosed. I mean, what are you kidding me? $500 for 2 guys and you didn't even have alcohol? I mean, except for a small bottle of sake?
It was a 20, and that was the cheapest bottle of sake on the menu.
No wine.
No.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for that update.
But Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, one of the best concerts I've ever seen.
It sounds it.
The Friday night show.
It's almost too long.
But it wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
To me, it is. I couldn't stay awake. I'd be gone. I would miss Bruce Springsteen.
The Friday night show was Aretha Franklin, U2, and Metallica. And I know some people who went, they said it was good, but I don't know if it was as good as that. Oh,
what's that?
This is for night 2. It was let's see, Aretha Franklin, Annie Lennox, Lenny Kravitz, Jeff Beck.
You already got the better show.
Yeah, Jeff Beck was at the show that I was at too, but that was great too. Instead of like listening to some Jeff Beck shit, he came out. Oh, he played guitar on Superstition with Stevie Wonder.
All right, that I could handle. Because if he starts going into those instrumentals, I'm out the door.
And I got I can't remember. Is B.B. King still alive?
Yeah.
Jeff Beck has one hit that I know.
What is it?
Is that because we've ended as lovers?
Yes, because we've ended as lovers.
I always thought Freeway Jam was way
I thought Freeway Jam. What's the Crosby?
Uh-oh, Chaz Bono here to talk to you.
Robin, is Chaz Bono? 4 inches is fine.
Chaz Bono, I just got done shitting at the Port Authority.
Ever since you took
the most manly man.
male hormones, you're the manliest guy ever. I understand Artie Lange is teaching you how to be a man.
Oh, yes, Artie's my manager now. I'm the new star of the next
penis.
And does she talk about the fact that she got the breast lopped off?
That she'll talk about, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Here, this is the real Chaz.
Chaz has been going through hormone therapy and has undergone surgery to remove his breasts. Do you have to undergo further surgery or surgeries to complete the process?
And that's really kind of a personal decision, and I don't really feel, comfortable talking about anything below the waist. So I'm going to...
That's got to be a nightmare.
So she sounds like an effeminate man.
My pussy is off limits.
I should have teabagged that bitch.
Excuse me, Mary Hart. I prefer not to talk about my pussy. I mean,
cock. Instead of talking about my pussy, Mary, how about a blumpkin?
By the way, tell the people I'm shitting during the interview.
In a porta-john.
Just keep that private for now.
Fair enough. You know, actually, I was going to walk in the door and tease you about all of these years referring to you as her.
I know.
And now it's him. But sitting here talking with you, Chaz, it's going to be much easier to walk out the door and always, from here on, refer to you as him.
That's good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bottom line, what's the most important thing about this for you?
The most important thing about this for me is that my outsides are finally starting to match my insides.
I don't know, he's not acting like a guy, but he still sounds like kind of a feminine guy.
He sounds like an effeminate guy.
He's like, thank you.
What does that mean?
He should be like,
You're funny. I should rape you.
Yes, I'm changing my name to Leonard Marshall.
Leonard Marshall?
What's that mean?
Because he's very manly.
Oh, okay. Here, Chaz. I'm not talking about what's below my waist. Can you imagine? What's below your waist, Chaz? Who knows?
Hopefully some pussy soon.
No, but I'm saying what's below your waist?
A lot of balls and a lot of cock.
They can't they can't make a cock. So what they do is I heard the clitoris gets very enlarged.
But what do you pee out of?
My horse cock.
He actually comes out of my nose. I'm sorry I pissed on you.
Here, Chaz.
If I look at the sun too long, I piss out of my nose.
So your plumbing's all screwed up.
Yeah, there's been some side effects.
There was some rewiring.
They told me the operation had some side effects. They said, like, what? They said, well, like, you might become a dude.
They actually took a beer can and molded a cock out of it.
It's a combination of a dick and a pussy. It's called a 𝗛𝗵cie.
Here's Chaz.
I have a 𝗛𝗵cie?
I have a 𝗛𝗵cie.
Here's Chaz talking about hormone therapy. And I like the woman goes, I was going to come in and tease you about, tease you. Yeah, you can imagine the teasing that must go on for poor Chaz. I'm going to tease you.
Yeah, if you teased me, by the way, I would have shoved you up the chimney.
Chopped you up and buried you in a wall.
Yeah, Mary, nice fucking legs. I wish I had those, so I'll just take them.
As part of his transition, Chaz undergoes hormone therapy, which includes testosterone. The hormones have clearly changed your voice. Was that something that was a real adjustment for you?
You know, it does it in stages. So, no.
To measure the change, listen to this interview from 2002.
I didn't have a lot of outlets, and I didn't have anybody else to talk to.
Sounds the same.
Through this.
I'm literally going through puberty. I get to experience puberty the way that I should have, and the way that I wanted to.
Are you growing a beard, Chaz? Do you shave?
I shave about once a week now. So
why
it's
shave?
Certainly not thick. It kind of started to come in like just like peach fuzz, you know, and so it's kind of.
Was that
thick
kind of a thrill for you?
Oh my God, yeah.
Must have been.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
You know, I always wanted to shave.
What effects have the hormone treatment had on you?
They lowered my voice.
I'm growing hair on my teeth.
I'm having a bar mitzvah.
Billy got sick, so I'm touring with ZZ Top.
She's not experiencing puberty like a guy.
Why would you shave, though? Like, you'd be so proud of some facial.
It's probably coming in patches.
In fact, I have a mustache like Zorro.
My new nickname amongst the guys is Gene Shalit.
Oh, you got a big Gene Shalit mustache.
I do, and I'm reviewing movies for no reason.
I forget what Chaz has the impression
You have to cup your hands over your face.
I do, yeah, all the time.
Why is that?
I don't know, because I'm not talented.
It's funny. No, I like that. No, I mean, I like that Chaz can barely be heard.
Well, Chaz has to sound different than Artie.
Right, right.
I asked Mary if I could do the interview in the closet. I've been in here for so long.
Because as far as I can tell, when you have this operation and you're a chick, like, as much as you want cock and balls, there's no way they can give you balls. No. Like, not even like a fake pair of balls. Right. Like, glue them onto your, the bottom of your vagina.
I mean, I suppose they could make up something and find some skin from somewhere and put some prosthetics in it.
It'd be cool, like, if they glue some balls onto it. Like, just cover up half your vagina.
Just a couple of golf balls.
You get, like, a big hot dog to act like a penis, and then you leave a little hole for the pee to come out.
My mother did me a favor and made a very awkward phone call. Greg Allman is giving me his balls.
Cher would embrace her daughter being gay, but how does she feel about this life-changing experience? Chaz remains private about that, telling me he cannot speak for her, but he is making a major effort to bring understanding to everyone in his life. Has anybody said, whoa, do you really know what you're doing?
Not once I talk to people about it, and, the people in my life are just, happy that I'm doing this and seeing the positive effect that it's having on me.
One of the benefits is I'm fucking a lot of girls that look like my mom. Like, I'm dating a Cher lookalike. I'm going to fuck her hard with my hot dog.
Most Cher lookalikes are female impersonators.
Artie taught me to say hot dog instead of penis. Artie's a real man. I want to be just like Artie when I get full transition, like a werewolf.
For breakfast, Artie made me some chicken jambon.
Yeah, when I was a girl, I used to have, like, tea and crumpets.
Pussy.
Now, I have... What do I have?
Chicken jambon 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍. And I just got a new career.
What's that?
I'm running numbers at the port in Brooklyn.
She's a longshoreman.
I'm more of an enforcer.
You are so manly since you met up with Artie.
I recently broke someone's thumbs.
Would you say Artie was the key to putting it all together?
Artie is my new dad.
All right.
He's a wonderful dad.
I can't wait for the two of you to go to a ball game.
Oh, we've been.
Robin.
Yes?
Smell my finger. Guess what I just had?
I had a little veal pomodoro.
Oh, ever since you met Artie. You used to be a vegan when you were a girl.
Yeah, and that went out the fucking window.
Now you're eating every animal.
What did you just eat?
This morning at 4 a.m. I had some chicken 𝗦𝗻𝗄𝗏 with a little andiamo alige.
Before you went to the port?
Before I went to the port and broke a man's thumbs. Because we owed somebody $52. I recently threw a forklift at a man.
So that testosterone gives you super strength.
Yeah.
Picking up forklifts.
Picked it up, my pussy started to bleed. The whole transition isn't 100%.
It's not completely...
Yeah. I lift a heavy objects, make my pussy bleed.
I still do some acting. I'm playing Larry King on Broadway.
I visited Chaz at his L.A. home, where he lives happily with Jennifer Elia, his girlfriend of 4 years.
Artie taught me to fuck her very hard.
And their 3 dogs. On this day, they were posing for a photo shoot for Getty Images. Here's where
Artie told me for the photo shoot to drop my pants and moon.
Sexuals might go, wait a minute. If they were attracted to each other as two women, does it become a heterosexual relationship?
Well, you know, I mean, I think I didn't just bring this on Jen recently.
Right.
This was something that, you know, she knew about shortly after we met. So our relationship, I would say, always modeled a heterosexual relationship, you know, emotionally, intellectually. So now it does physically as well.
Physically?
She sucks my labias and we pretend it's a penis.
It's a lot of fun. She blows me while I'm doing masonry work. Excuse me, honey. I'm pouring cement in the porch. Could you lick my ass? Honey,
very sad.
Honey, while I'm breaking a man's thumbs, could you give me a rusty trombone?
Do you think that one day she'll get to a point where she's like, you know, this isn't all it's cracked up to be?
I think she's almost there. If it wasn't for Artie helping her through this.
If it wasn't for Artie and his compassion, I think I'd kill myself.
Now that you're, I know when you were a girl, you would like go to the bathroom, close the door, and if you took a dump, you'd do a courtesy flush. What do you do now?
Well, now I just don't flush.
You don't flush
at all.
When's the last time you flushed?
The last time I flushed was 1988.
Smells like a zoo in there.
You got a big pile of shit coming.
A big pile of shit.
Artie taught you that?
Yeah. Well, now I never flush because the toilet at the Port Authority doesn't work. I leave my mother's mansion to go shit at Union Station.
That's what a man would do.
Well, you've learned a lot, I'll tell you that, man. You're so manly. You're more manly than anyone I know. I'll tell you that. You're shitting. And
yeah, why even use the bathroom?
When you eat dinner, like you eat dinner and then you go take a big shit?
Actually, I multitask. I shit while I'm eating.
Wow. That's more manly than anyone I know.
Pizzaiol's going in, John Bott's going out.
Artie taught you to eat that?
He taught me how to do everything.
All right.
And I sweat out peppers.
He's responsible for it all.
Well, good for you.
I have one eyebrow.
Wow. Well, you look like a man now.
Oh, thank you very much.
And you're shaving once a week. But don't shave. Grow a big beard.
That's what I'm thinking of doing.
Yeah. Look like Rick Rubin.
I love to look like Rick Rubin.
Yeah, that's your hero.
It's great to be Rick Rubin without the talent.
Yeah. You want to be just like Rick Rubin physically.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what does Chaz do for a living?
I kill people.
Artie tell you that?
Yeah. You want to make a little extra cash?
All right, Chaz, good luck with your sex change, whatever it is, and good luck with your lessons from Artie. All right, Robin, what else is in the news?
Well, what are we doing, Howard? We're lagging behind. The Chinese...
Hey now. You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, Wack Packers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, my guest today is one of the hardest working executive producers in the history of radio. He's very well read and continuously improving his education. He is a proud former Marine who served our country in the first Gulf War, and he has run for city council. He is often a target of Ned's song parodies, and he was once arrested for a live on-air stunt in which a pig was slaughtered. He has a history in Muay Thai, meaning that he trained for a couple months and then did his first fight in which he was TKO'd in 39 seconds. Howard once called him one of the best in the business. Please welcome from Bubba the Love Sponge Show, Brent Hatley. Thanks for joining us, Brent.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Outstanding. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's an honor to be on your show. You guys do a great job.
Thank you. I'm so happy to have you here. We had lots of questions come in, and I'm excited to ask.
Sure.
Fantastic. First one comes from @𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏8. @𝗏𝗏𝗏8 asks, who are you endorsing for president of the U.S. and why?
That's easy. Ron Paul. I've been a long-time Ron Paul supporter because he's the only one that is truly anti-war. Because you don't really understand how brutal war is until you go.
Yeah.
Ron Paul was a surgeon during Vietnam, and I think he understands why he's anti-war and why he's not for interfering in other countries' business, number one. Number two, he wants to legalize marijuana. So what else do you want from a presidential candidate? I don't understand how he's not winning, but that's my endorsement is Ron Paul.
Excellent. Next question comes from @Cindy23. Cindy asks, has there ever been a moment on the show where you said to yourself, okay, we really screwed up this time and we will be in a lot of trouble?
Yes. I think I kind of got that feeling the day when you talk about the hog incident. I kind of got the feeling that day. Matter of fact, I was the one that was outside, I was on the cell phone reporting it. And I didn't really, like, while I was in the moment, get that feeling, but afterwards, like, because we were in a big building with salespeople and human resources and, like, corporate America, and the reaction of some of the people in the building, I was like, this is going to be trouble. I didn't know it was going to be as much trouble, but I thought it was going to be some trouble.
You felt it coming?
Yeah.
Do you regret it now, looking back?
Of course, yeah. I don't think we should ever do that again. But on the brighter side, we were acquitted, and our show has never not been #1 since we did that. So it had some good upside to it as well, but we just wouldn't do it again.
Gotcha. Next question comes from Martin W. Martin asks, have you ever considered a serious political run?
Yes, I just ran for city council in the city of St. Petersburg in District 3, which is where I live. And in 3 years, I'm going to run again. And this first time was really, I knew I wasn't going to win. I was running against a longtime incumbent, but he's out. He's termed out, and it'll be an open seat in the next term. But I needed to run this last time just to get the feel of how the political process works. And I did learn. I learned a lot about how the political process works and how to get elected. So I think I will succeed when it's an open seat.
And will you be running on the legalized marijuana ticket?
Well, see, that's not in the purview of city council. If it was in the purview of city council, yeah, that would be my position. But my position right now is we have red light cameras in St. Pete, and you get a ticket before you get a chance to even, argue your case in front of a judge, and you don't get your Sixth Amendment right to cross-examine your accuser because it's a camera. Right. So my thing would be getting rid of red light cameras. I think that's a step towards European socialism when you start putting cameras on every corner. So my big thing would be more freedom for everybody and no dogs chained up in the yard.
I love it.
That's one of the ordinances I would make is you cannot chain your dog to a tree in Florida outside and just leave it in the yard.
I think the people need to vote for him. This is an excellent, excellent platform. Next question is from Angelo Valencias. He asks, what is the most bizarre setup you ever had to prepare for regarding an on-air bit?
It'd have to be the rat milkshake.
He's holding the rat by the tail and it's circling over the blender. This is a dead rat. This is as dead as it gets.
I swear to God.
This is bona fide, man.
I swear to God.
That is the nastiest rat I've ever seen.
I swear to God, I am going to puke. Now, they're going to blend it. I will puke. I will puke. I swear to God, I'll puke.
I had to go out. There's actually a place in Florida, believe it or not, called the Rat Farm. And I had to go see this redneck named Buzzy. Awesome. And what he would do is he gave me, they farmed so many rats, a certain amount of them just died just because. So he'd give me the rats that had just died of natural causes, and I'd have to go pick up the rats from the rat farm to come back to be able to do rat milkshakes on the air. So that's the most bizarre by far.
Yeah.
Amongst many bizarre things that we've done, that was the most bizarre for sure.
That sounds like it. Next question is from Eric P. Eric asks, are you still into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
I love it. I would love to do it. I'm out of time. We do 2 shows a day. Plus, I do a sports show every other week, and then every Friday I do a talk show on serial killers. So I'm really, really busy, and I wish I could train more. I may take some private lessons. Rob Kahn was talking to me about coming down and doing some private lessons a couple times a week.
Right now, for those of you listening, Boyce has Brent in a back triangle, and he's squeezing the life out of Brent.
But I still love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's great exercise. It's a great lifestyle. It's a healthy lifestyle. That's what I like about it the most.
Yeah. Alex from Hamburg asks, would you consider Bubba a close friend, and do you hang out in private?
Yes, he is a close friend. Since he bought his racetrack, I haven't been able to hang out with him much because it's a business, that racetrack. It's a good business because it's a good, for what they pay for their entertainment dollar. They get a lot for it, but Bubba physically has to be there to run the races, so I don't see him as much as I used to. But, if the racetrack makes him happy, which it really, really does, you can see that he's much happier now owning a racetrack. I think that
At Dave Lamford 28 asks, what is the worst thing you have ever done to piss Bubba off, and how did he react?
it's going to sound lame, but it was kind of big at the time, is we were in Jacksonville one time to do a broadcast, and this was before the days of GPS. It was in 2002, so we really didn't have GPS. So I had MapQuested from the hotel to the radio studio that we had never been to, but we got all kinds of lost, and we walked into the door to the radio station at 6 a.m. So Bubba freaked out. I mean, he was really, really, that's the maddest I've ever seen him. Because that feeling of being lost is bad anyway.
It's awful.
And being lost and knowing that you have a show to do and no time to do any prep, he was furious about that. So that was the worst. But now we got GPS, so we don't get lost anymore.
Excellent. Next question is from Perry R. Perry asks, who is better on the radio, Howard or Bubba, and what does each bring to the table?
I think, that's not, for me, the way I listen to radio, that's not really fair to compare, because they both do different things. I mean, it's all relative, like asking somebody who's your favorite band. I like different bands for different reasons, and I like them both for different reasons. Howard is, these days, a lot more calm and paced and very deliberate. When I first started listening to Howard in the early 90s, he was all kinds of pissed off, and that's when I really became a fan of Howard, because he would just bring people in a machine gun and just mow them down. Bubba I like on the air because you never quite know. Like sitting in the chair producing the show for the full 4 hours, honestly, my stomach is in knots because I just don't know what he's going to do. And that's the thing about Bubba, is you just don't know where he's going to go with something. And they're just different like that. Howard's very deliberate, and he kind of knows where he's going to go with things. And Bubba's like a bull in a china shop. So they're different. And you can't really say one's better than the other. It's all relative. And I've got a lot of respect for Phil Hendry, too. I mean, I'm a huge fan of his. But they all three do different things, and I think that just like music, you've got to appreciate each air personality for what they do.
Absolutely. Next question comes from @Zuba. Zuba asks, if you had the chance to take over producing Howard's show, would you leave Bubba?
That's a tough question. It really is, because I got a lot of respect for Gary. Gary's a good friend of mine. I love Gary. I really do. And everybody that works at Howard's show does a great job, and they've all been fantastic, just great to me. That would, gosh, it would be tough for me to live in New York City. It would. We have a lot of room here in Florida, and Bubba kind of leaves me to be a little bit more autonomous. So I don't know. It would depend. Bubba's been good to me, so it'd be hard to leave Bubba after he's been so loyal to me after all these years. But Howard's also been great to me as well. So I would do it if Bubba didn't have a show anymore.
Fair enough. And Gary was not working there.
Yeah, I would never take Gary's job. I'd never step on Gary's toes. Gary's a great guy. He really is. People give Gary a hard time, and I know it's fun to goof on Gary, but Gary, deep down, is awesome. I love Gary.
Awesome. I want to thank Fred for taking the time to answer the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook them, you can email them, you can even send a video submission. Remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time. I had a fine time with you, sir.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. It's enlightening.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Good morning, Richie.
Morning.
Welcome back.
Hey, great to be back, man. It's been a long time, baby.
Yeah, it's been a number of years, I think.
But yeah, man, too long.
Morning, guys. You're just going to go right in that room?
Yeah. Hey, man.
How are you?
How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. How's everything?
Good. And then years later, after
what's cooking?
Looking forward to this, Richie. Looking forward to talking.
Absolutely, man.
You've had a busy last few years. So you got a lot to talk about, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Be a lot of fun.
All right, man. We'll let you get settled.
All good, buddy.
Richie Sambora, you know him from Bon Jovi, of course. I always thought that was weird that John's name got to be the band anyway. It could have just as easily been Sambora. Sambora's a good name for a band.
You know what happened? When we were kids, it's like we really tried to find a name.
Right.
A different name.
Right.
And we couldn't. And John, I mean, we really tried for like months, man, and they all sucked.
Did anyone ever say Sambora?
No. No, they didn't, man. But hey, you know, Howard?
Yeah. By the way, you look very
you know what the great thing about making a solo record?
Yes.
You can actually name the band anything you want.
And what did you name the band?
We're just kind of rolling with a few names here.
Sambora.
The first name was The Disgusting Rabbis.
Oh, I love that.
I want you to help. You got any ideas?
That's it. Disgusting Rabbis is an unbelievable name.
How about, what's the other one here? We have Satan Castro and the Exiles.
I like that one.
No, I don't like it. How about
Satan Castro and the Exiles? What are you talking about?
Bon Jovi.
How about the Katy Perry Dancers?
Oh, that's funny.
Richie Sambora and the Katy Perry Dancers.
I like that.
What else we got? We got the Fine Coxmen.
Oh, that's a good one, too. You know what? You're not bad with these names.
We got, let's see.
So choose one now so I can know what to call
I don't know. What do you think?
What else you got?
How about Dick in the Cocktails?
No, I don't like that.
No?
That's right. How about I Fucked Denise Richards? My man.
Steady.
Are you done with her?
Wait a minute.
Are you? I got a million questions for you.
All right, no problem. That's cool.
Go ahead.
No problem, but he'd like
I don't
to
hear
get onto
Howard enough
another
in my
topic.
cans. Can you turn them up? And Robin, too, please.
Give him a little juce. Scott.
Yeah, I need more juice. You know what I'm saying?
They're doing it back there.
They're doing it back because you just stare at Richie like nothing's happening.
Are they listening back there, Scott?
So, Richie, is it true you still take guitar lessons and vocal lessons?
Yes, I do, yeah.
That's an amazing dedication because I happen to think you're one of the best guitar players. You really are tremendous guitar. And I think you're underrated, are you not?
You know, I'm not sure. In some places I am, and in some places I'm not, you know.
When they make
Does he make those lists?
Yeah, when they make lists of some of the greatest guitar players of all time, they leave you off the list, and yet I've seen you play, and I know the music. Why are you left off of those lists?
You know, I think it's a part of, you know, in Bon Jovi, I don't get a chance to actually work out a lot.
Right.
So in essence, you know, when you make a solo record like this,
right,
man, I got to tell you something. I want you to listen to the record because I think you're really going to like it. I get to wind out a lot more. You know what I felt in rock music? There's not a lot of jamming going on.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I got a bunch of great musicians with me.
Yeah,
and I don't have my electric
guys
here today, but
right.
On the record, you'll find a lot of great songs, and me, I get to be a vocalist again, which is always cool.
You started out as a vocalist.
Yeah.
Every band you were ever in, you were a vocalist.
I was the lead singer, yeah.
And then when you hooked up with Bon Jovi, which I don't even remember how the hell you met John and all that, but we'll go into that. But when you hooked up with him, suddenly you're not the lead singer. And is that a blow to you? Is that a blow to your ego, or do you because you can get lost back there, right?
Nah, not at all. You know, the thing with me is I was always a working musician, you know,
right.
And I never took it for granted. And I was trying to get a leg up in this business any way I could.
Right.
So, you know, I mean,
what convinced
if
you,
I'm just going to be like a primary songwriter and the guitar player in a great band, hey, man, if I'm going to make it that way, that's going to be a good deal. And obviously it paid off in spades.
But what convinced you? How old were you when you made the decision, okay, I'll let this guy be the lead singer?
Oh, yeah. When I first got in the band, I was 23. 23? Yeah, 23.
Up until then, you had been in other bands, and you were the guy, you were the front man.
Yeah.
So why did you make the decision all of a sudden to hook up with John and let him be the front man?
Well, you know, like I said, I was just joining bands upon bands upon bands. Actually, when I met John, I had already had 2 record deals.
Right.
I was on Led Zeppelin's label Swan Song.
Right.
In a failed record deal there. And then I was on Capricorn Records with a guy by the name of Duke Williams and the Extremes.
Was that a solo deal, or you had, in other words, you had a whole band that?
Yeah, there was a band, and I was an extreme in that band, so I wasn't the front man in that band particularly. Right. But all the other club bands I was in and all that stuff, you know what I mean?
When you were a young guy in Swan Song, which was Led Zeppelin's label, I remember that label. It was the coolest label ever. It even looked cool.
Oh yeah.
When they sign you, do you think that's it? I am now going to make it. I am going to be famous.
Absolutely.
And then when it doesn't happen, is that the biggest blow in the world to your head?
Absolutely. But you got to keep on going. It's like I made 3 records before I started my own independent label before I met John.
Did you graduate high school?
Yes, I did.
You did? Did you go to college?
I was in college, yeah. I went through 2 years of college.
Where'd you go to college?
Keene College.
And when you were in Keene College, you knew you wanted to be a musician?
Oh, I knew I wanted to be a musician all along.
Did your parents tell you, don't do this?
No, you know, they were very supportive.
And you were a guy who sat in his room and practiced guitar every day?
Yeah, you know, I'm a self-taught guy. So the only way you can teach yourself a guitar is actually to bump into your own mistakes.
How do you teach yourself the guitar? I mean, do you listen to records and play along with them?
Exactly.
And you
emulate your heroes.
Do you think that you're a genius in that you taught yourself how to play guitar? I mean, to me, that would seem impossible to get to the level you're at, to do that yourself.
You know, I always had an ear for music, and I kind of learned backwards because I kind of could play by ear.
Yeah.
And then I kind of went to theory classes and stuff like that and actually learned the musical end of it.
Were you popular in high school? I would imagine you were.
Yeah, I was. I was a
athlete?
jock, and I was in bands, and I was going to different towns.
What were you, a football player?
No, I was a basketball player, baseball player. I played a little football, but I was getting my hand caught between helmets and ribs broken, and I would hell with that shit.
And when a guy's as good looking as you, you're popular, and you play guitar, are you getting laid at 12? Or
I gotta tell you, man, it was pretty good, man.
It was.
Women
right?
like musicians, let's face it.
Were you getting laid at a very young age?
Not really.
16, 17?
17, yeah.
17
That's
years
pretty
old.
young, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I bet you nailed a teacher or two, didn't you? Did you ever nail a teacher?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Didn't have a teacher.
What's wrong
but
with you?
I had friends that had some teachers.
Right.
Really?
And so you go to high school, and by high school, you're hooking up in bands, and you were signed to Swan Song by the time you were what age?
I was like 19 and a half.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I was playing, you know what? I was playing in New York, 4 or 5 times a week. I was doing Great Gildersleeves, CBGBs, privates, places like that were really happening in the city, you know?
In a way, you were blessed. I mean, most guys struggle a little more than even what you're talking about. I mean, the fact that you got signed so young to a label.
Yeah, but you know what? The record never came out, man. Zeppelin blew up. And that whole label, you know, just took the shit, basically.
And the record that you produced with Swan Song never came out?
Never came out, yeah.
That had to break your heart.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I thought, here we go. We're going to the big time. Here it is, you know?
Do you have that record somewhere? Do you have it?
It's somewhere, yeah. Actually, after I made it with Bon Jovi, my lead singer, you know, was going through a bit of a hard time. He said, can I release it? And he needed the bread, so I just relinquished everything to him, and he just took the money. And
oh, that was nice.
Oh, what the, you know.
And you felt, hey, now that I'm in Bon Jovi, it's okay to release that? Weren't you nervous that people would compare that record to Bon Jovi?
I was a kid, man.
You didn't care?
I didn't care at all.
So if you were having a lot of successes before Bon Jovi, what made you join up with John? Did you think that he was an extraordinary singer and he could do a better job singing than you could?
Well, no. You know what? I went to see him play a club called the Fountain Casino. Remember that place?
No.
Right. It was right up the street
was
from the Club 𝗦𝗍 where you used to play.
Right.
Where I used to come see you play.
Right. No. Yeah, you used to play with me.
Yeah. You
right.
called me up a bunch of times. But, yeah, and I went and I saw him. And my bass player, Alec John Such, was actually playing with me at the time, and he was moonlighting with Johnny.
Right.
Because I got asked to join KISS, and I flew out to L.A.
You did?
Yeah.
Wait a second. When did that happen?
83.
83. This is before Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Those guys had heard your solo stuff.
I guess somebody, you know, hipped them to me, and they were interested in having me come out, so I went to California for the first time.
Yeah.
And I ended up staying out there for 2 weeks and having a blast.
Wait a second. So how old are you at that point?
At that point, I'm about 22.
22 years old. KISS calls you. Was KISS already successful?
Oh, big time.
Big time. And so they
needed...
I
was going to replace Ace when they were looking for a guy.
And so did you get into the makeup and...
No. No. You know what? Honestly, you know, I respect KISS a lot, but my music was more into a more blues-orientated kind of thing, more organic. I was into, like, Zeppelin and Hendrix and, you know, guys that played guitar and actually emoted through the instrument.
So when they called you and said, join the band, were you open to it, or did you already...
Like I said, I was searching to get a leg up, and I was in like 5 bands at the same time.
But how could you turn down KISS? Here's a band that's making a ton of money. You hadn't really broken through. I imagine you didn't have a lot of money at that point.
Oh, definitely not.
When you turned down KISS?
Well, basically, I walked into the audition, and they were looking for a guy to like worship them.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
That's Gene.
I just wasn't that guy, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like,
you didn't get
come on, let's jam, let's do something. And they want to do like, you know, you better know Black Diamond. I go, I don't know. You know what I mean? I was like, can we just play so you guys can get a sense of what I'm doing? Because I'm sure I can play your music. You know?
Right. And so did you...
They got upset.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they got a little upset.
That seems very professional to me to say, let's see if we can bond here. Let's see if we can...
Yeah, they got a little upset, but it was really funny because, like, fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Our first tour in Europe, we opened up for KISS.
Yeah.
And we laughed about it a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
So you went there for 2 weeks. Gene, I guess, is the big ego. Who you're not sucking his balls enough. You're just being You're being Richie.
No, you know they were both pretty cool to me, but I think they were like taken aback that I wasn't like so into them. You know, like I was just like,
But to think about that in your life, let's say Bon Jovi had never worked out. You would have been kicking yourself in the head the rest of your life because joining KISS would have made you a multimillionaire. I mean, what you are now, and it all worked out. But it does take a lot of balls to turn down a band like KISS and not sit there and suck their ass a little bit and get in the band
you know what,
and
Howard?
make a fortune.
It didn't seem authentic to me for some reason.
That's beautiful.
But it's true, though. I swear to God, it just didn't seem authentic to me, man. I was like, as an artist, I was moving in a different direction already.
Yeah, wouldn't it have killed you to play music that you really didn't care about?
You know, all the guys in your band right now are looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Of course
They would have taken the KISS job.
They take the KISS job in 2 seconds. Like, man, you must be fucking maniac or something.
Let me at those balls.
So when you go out it was on KISS's dime, you go out there for 2 weeks?
Well, you know what happened? I was actually, I used to be jamming with Sylvester Stallone's brother, Frank.
Oh, my.
Sylvester Stallone's brother.
No kidding.
Frank. I used to, like, play with him so I was actually staying.
At Frank's?
I was, like, at Sly's house, actually.
Wow.
You know? And he wasn't there.
Right.
He might not even know that, so he's going to kick my ass when he hears about this.
So do you tell girls, hey, this is my place, why don't you come on
right.
over?
I took his pictures down and put mine up.
And so you went out.
But yeah, no, I was having a good time with some California girls out there, and I decided I picked up a couple sessions.
Right.
So I decided to stay out there for a couple weeks.
Right. When you say you picked up a couple of sessions, you mean you were a session musician. You would go out there and people would pay you to sit in with a band or whatever.
Yeah. Guys I knew, you know, kind of hooked me up with some people, and I was lucky enough to stay out there, make a little bit of money so I could actually stay out there and get home.
So when did you start taking guitar lessons? When you were in Bon Jovi?
No, I was, my first guitar lesson was actually, I was 52 years old.
No kidding. And who can really teach you? I mean, there's a teacher say to you, look, Richie, what can I really teach you?
You're holding your hands the wrong way.
No, check this out. You know,
why would they fuck with what you do?
I walked into this, my favorite vintage guitar shop in California, and this guy was playing with his back towards me, and he's playing acoustic guitar, but he sounds like 2 guys.
What was he playing? Show me what he was playing at that point.
Just some piece, you know, this acoustic piece.
Right.
But he sounded like 2 guys playing at the same time.
Right.
So I kind of walked around in front of him. I said, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
You got to teach me how to do this. This is like sick. You know, I said, I'll be back in 18 months. I'm going on tour. But when I come back, I'd love you to teach me. So he gave me his number. He happened to be a cat by the name of Lange 𝗛𝗲𝗏, who used to be in McCartney and Wings.
Right.
But he was also now the acoustic guitar player of the year.
Right.
And he was working with all these different alternative tunings. So I started to work on him with those. So, you know, now there's always more you could learn. That's the great thing about music.
He wasn't opposed to teaching you and giving you his secrets, so to speak?
No, not at all. Because I think it was more of a give and take. I also was teaching him a little bit.
Right.
And he was teaching me.
When
but
you say
honestly,
guitar
it
lesson,
was something that was alien to me and I never did before.
But when you say guitar lesson, you have to pay him to teach you, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So what does the guy charge Richie Sambora for a guitar lesson? I mean,
you know, Howard,
if I
don't
see
even,
you,
I don't even look. So it doesn't matter. I'm like this. Sign up check.
Mr. Sambora, that'll be $50,000 for your
no.
lesson.
It ain't like that, you know. He's a good guy.
So when you got into Bon Jovi, suddenly it's a new world for you. You're not the front man, you're not the lead singer. So now that you have an album out where you're singing lead, it feels good to you, right? You can show people what you can do.
It's, you know, it's a whole different energy. You know, I give good band.
Right.
You know? And I always was a team player.
Is this a band what I'm looking at? Are these guys in your band?
Yeah, these guys are the guys I made the record with and in my band, yeah.
Oh, no kidding. So, in other words, this is not something where you just hired some musicians for the day where they're going to play with you.
No, you know, the excellent thing about this record, it happened so organically. And from the writing process up, and when we took it in the studio, we sounded like a band immediately.
Right.
And we just started to roll. And that's why I left all the jamming pieces on this record. You know, because, I mean, now people can get a chance to hear. I mean, like, you know, when we were kids, we were growing up with Zeppelin and Hendrix, and they were jamming on records.
Right.
The people would get to hear me play extended guitar solos.
Did you go to John and say, I'm doing a solo album, and did you say to the rest of the Bon Jovi band, look, I'm going to go do this thing? Do you have to get permission in a sense?
No, you just got to tell them, you know. We've always been supportive of our individual endeavors, you know.
What is going on with Bon Jovi? Are they together?
Dude, I've been a busy boy this year. Check this out.
Right.
At the end of this record, I started writing with John for the new Bon Jovi record. The new Bon Jovi record's done.
Oh, it's all finished.
It's all finished because now I'm going on tour for the next 3 months.
With Bon Jovi?
No, with this band.
Record.
Yeah, 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍 band.
And so
and the Disgusting Rabbis.
When you, I love that name, by the way. Well, when you
Cock and the Doodle Doos, man.
Is it hard for you to go on tour now with a new band because you're not playing to stadiums, you're not playing to bigger crowds like that? You have to play to guys, you know, you're starting out in a sense, right?
Yeah. No, you know, I'm playing great theaters, man.
You are.
All over the world. We put the shows on sale, actually before the record came out in Europe.
Right.
And the tour sold out the first day in pre-sale.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's not a stadium setup like when you play Bon Jovi.
No, we're just playing cool theaters.
But you enjoy that.
Absolutely.
No, that's great.
You know, I mean, I don't take anything for granted. I mean, obviously, every time you walk out in front of a stadium stage,
yeah,
I mean, it blows your mind. I don't care no matter how many times you do it. If you take it for granted, you'd be an asshole. Let's face it.
Do you think you are blessed? I mean, like live a charmed life. I mean, starting from high school, being an athlete, being able to play guitar, teaching yourself how to play guitar at a young age, getting into a super mega hit band like Bon Jovi.
Absolutely.
It's a blessed life,
right? And then
right?
all the women.
And then, oh yeah, I mean, my God.
Oh, you know, I mean, it's funny. You go, you know, I'm a kid from Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Right.
And yesterday I went to see the Giants. I took the guys to see the Giants, and we walk in Giant Stadium, and I'm looking around, I'm going, man, I sold this mofo out like 4 times.
Right. It still blows your mind.
It's
right?
heavy, you know? It's heavy. You know, it's like guys like us, like me and you know? We actually did it.
Right. It's pretty amazing when you've accomplished that. You sometimes, like, you pinch yourself because you know how many musicians who are great, like that guy from Wings who's teaching you, who haven't been able to break through and make it in the business.
There's that it factor.
And isn't it almost defeating to put out an album now because of the way the music business is? It's almost impossible to sell records because all music is exchanged for free almost. You're not going to make a lot of money with this record.
Oh, absolutely not. It's not. I didn't do this for the money, you know? I mean, as an artist, you gotta keep fresh. You gotta do these things. Basically, it's like you excavate inside and bring out all this stuff. And this record is about a lot of my life experience.
And how do you decide which song's going to go on a Bon Jovi album, which is going to be a solo?
Oh, you know what? There's not even any choice. When I write a record for myself, I'm the mouthpiece. I'll write a different lyric than John's ever going to sing.
Is it nice to be able to write a song on your own without John's interference? I mean, I'm sure...
Is that what you call it?
What is the process when you and John write a song?
It's very, very simple. We sit down with an acoustic guitar and a piano and our 2 voices. We have a conversation about how we're feeling. You know, there's a big, big commonality between John and I. We grew up
Do you
in the
like
same...
each other?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Be honest.
I'm being honest.
I feel you don't. I feel like when I'm going to be honest with you, Richie.
No,
I've known you guys for a while.
We really do. It's an anomaly, really.
It is.
We get along. We've always got along. You know, there was a little wonky period in the beginning of the 90s because we were, you know, everybody experiences fame and fortune at different speeds.
Yes.
And, you know, you add a little bit of lifestyle in there.
Right.
Which I was working pretty good, you know.
Right.
It gets confused, and then, you know, we had to kind of put Humpty Dumpty back together.
What do you specifically mean? What happened? Was it because you got into trouble with drinking and stuff? And some of your new album deals with what some of your problems were, right? Like, you don't make a secret about it.
Oh, no. You know, I think, you know, I set out to make an authentic record.
Right.
You know, because I believe there's this stigma, obviously, that, you know, people go, rock star, Bon Jovi. They're going to think Richie's, you know, that kind of person.
Right.
And that's show business, man.
Yeah.
You know, this record was an artistic record where I decided, you know, it's like when you did your movie.
Yes.
You know, you put all your stuff out there.
Right.
To people, man, and it felt good to you, right?
Yes.
And you know what? Now, with my record, that's exactly what I'm doing.
I mean, you wouldn't be the first rock star to have a problem with booze. I mean, everybody seems to go through some sort of drug-related thing, except for John, right?
You know, yeah. You know what? It's funny because I started out playing clubs when I was like 16 and a half.
Right.
And back then, it wasn't frowned upon.
What, to drink? No, it was encouraged.
Yeah, it was like an 𝗦𝗫𝗄𝗿𝗱 to my business.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then all of a sudden, but I'll tell you what, it took me about 35 years for my demons to catch up with me.
Yeah,
so I'm a pretty resilient little bastard.
I never saw you as a guy who drank a lot and stuff, so you probably drank in private, right?
You know what? After a while, what happened was, yeah, I was definitely a kind of a guy that always drank in my house. Never drank. I didn't even drink in restaurants anymore.
Wow.
Or I didn't drink around the band or anywhere near a performance.
That's when you know you have a problem, when you drink it by yourself, right? When it's not a social thing.
I guess so.
What were you drinking? Wine?
Yeah, I was drinking wine, and you know what? It was predominantly a stress reliever.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, I was using it for a specific, different reason.
So when did you realize you had a problem? You had to go into rehab. When did you realize
You know, it was about 5 years ago.
You said, hey, I'm doing this too much, and I'm doing it every night.
Yeah, when I started getting clean, it was about 5 years ago. But I was doing it every night for about 30 years. So
Did you have interventions? Did anybody, you know, did the group get together and say, look, Richie?
Yeah, a lot of people kind of said, hey, man, you know. But also what happened, I had broken my arm.
Right.
And I was doing painkillers because, check this out. So I break my arm in my house. I get
drinking.
divorced. Right?
You got it from Heather.
Yeah, I got divorced from Heather.
Right.
Right? So I come home from one leg of the tour. I get into this new house. I'd never been there before. My sister-in-law thinks she's doing me a solid. She puts this shitty Bed Bath & Beyond mat in the bathroom.
Right.
I wake up to take a piss one morning, and I just went, biffed. And my shoulder went right into the jacuzzi, and I broke my arm in 3 places.
Oh, my God.
2 weeks later, I have to play like 24 stadiums.
With a broken arm?
With a broken arm.
Wow.
So I hired all these sports stocks, therapists, this, that, and the other thing. I said, there was $145 million on the table for this tour.
Right.
I said I wasn't going to leave it out there. Whatever I had to do, I was going to do it. So the painkillers got in there, too.
Now, are you wearing a cast while you're...
You can. It's a shoulder.
Oh, it's a shoulder, right. You can't really do
Can't wear
anything
a
to
cast.
that. So these guys teach you how to sort of hold the guitar so you don't completely
Well, you know
screw
what?
up.
I started going crazy. I started making these little guitars.
Right.
Because I didn't have this kind of lateral motion. But so one of my heroes was Albert Collins, a blues guy.
Right.
And he would hang his guitar off of this shoulder, and I found that I could play like this.
Oh, wow.
So, you know what? I was 95%. Nobody ever knew it, really.
And so and to get through the pain, you start taking what, like OxyContin?
Yeah, I took a lot of shit just to get through that tour, and it lasted about 6 months. And I was drinking because of the pain and getting through it profusely.
And when you mix the drinking with the OxyContin, that's a fucking powerful cocktail.
Very powerful
Nothing
cocktail.
better than that.
Oh, and you know what? If you ask me if I remember those months, I would say absolutely not.
Wow.
But you know what? I was a hero, got through the tour, and just like, you know, all the other substance in my life, I figured this one would just fall off.
Right.
No such luck.
Yeah, no.
I was very, very naive to it, you know.
Were you like, hey, this OxyContin is more addictive than anything ever?
Anything.
Like, in other words, you said, hey, now I'm done with the pain. I'll stop the OxyContin. And then when you go to stop, it actually hurts.
Shaking like a leaf, man.
Wow.
And I'm an asshole. I think I got like Parkinson's.
It's never the stuff, right?
Couldn't be withdrawal.
You know what I mean?
Right. So
I'm
now,
all freaking out. I don't know what's going on.
So now do you have to go score OxyContin? Like, because now you can no longer
Are
get
you
it.
doctor shopping?
No. You know,
all right.
You know what I did? I just detoxed. I went in, I checked in, and I just detoxed for like 7 days. I went right back on the road.
Is it almost impossible to do it on your own? Because OxyContin, they say, is like hillbilly heroin. It's the most powerful.
Well, you know, I think you could do it, but you got to do it under the supervision because guys like our age can have a stroke.
Right.
If you just cut it off.
Was Limbaugh in the detox with you?
He was right next door climbing the walls, yeah.
I heard a rumor that Lindsay Lohan was in rehab with you at one point. Did you bang her in rehab? Or no interest?
No. She was hot, man.
Oh, yeah?
She was hot.
She was hot.
Yeah, I talked to her for, I hung with her a little bit.
but you didn't put the moves on her.
No, she's too young.
Too young for you?
Yeah.
What is your cutoff on age?
I try to, 10 years older than my daughter.
Oh, good, yeah.
That's always got to be.
Isn't that a good rule?
That's a good rule.
I think it's a good rule. I have to throw some back.
And speaking of your daughter, she's got some huge career going in modeling, right?
You know what? Actually, she just acted in her first movie.
Right.
This is 40 with 𝗦𝗵cie𝘄𝗿𝗍 and Megan Fox.
And how did that go?
And she killed it.
You saw the movie?
I haven't seen it yet, but I talked to those guys. She killed it.
So she has a career.
And it was improv. I was like,
really?
And she's 14 and a half.
She's only 14?
14 and a half.
Oh, I thought
she looks like she's 20. Wait till I show you a picture.
Wow. Wow.
She's doing really, really great. I think she's about to sign with...
Does she look like Heather, her mom?
Yeah, she definitely does.
Yeah, that's a good look.
Yeah.
That's a very good look.
I'm in trouble, man. She has my gregarious personality.
Yeah.
And Heather's good looks. So.
Boy.
That's
a bad combination.
That's right. How are you going to keep that kid in line? I guess you can.
You know what? All you can do is equip them with the tools to take care of themselves. Because you know when the minute they're out of your sight, they're acting up.
And so now you're clean and sober. Took you a couple of trips to rehab, right? Because when you get out, all of a sudden that OxyContin starts calling to you again. The drinking, right?
No, you know what? That never even came back into play. I forgot about it very quickly.
Just drinking.
Yeah, it was a drinking thing.
Did you think that you could take a couple of drinks and then deal with it?
Of course, you're going to try it.
You always try that,
and it don't work.
It doesn't work.
No,
it increases. It never decreases.
You know what? It just doesn't work, man. Just doesn't work. So, I got to be honest with you. I'm like healthier than I've been in my life.
You look really good. You do.
Thank you,
brother. You don't deserve to look this good with all the shit you've been doing.
Hey, we don't look our age,
He said he took his first guitar lesson at 52. I was like, well, how old are you?
Yeah, right.
Well, the thing is, that keeps you young, too.
That's right.
Anytime you're learning something new and evolving like that, man, that just keeps you young.
Yeah, it does. So you're feeling good about a new record, and you're clean and sober, which is
he a
awesome.
teetotaler? He doesn't do anything.
You don't do anything now. Like if I go to dinner with you, you ordering a club soda?
I'm doing like Perrier and lime, non-alcoholic beer.
Oh, come on.
That's awful.
You'll have a few. We'll go out to dinner.
I was listening to your show the other day about the Jewish men and they got to start drinking.
Yeah. No. We'll go out to dinner. You could have a few glasses of wine. It'll be fine. Imagine that. I would not want to be with you if you started drinking again. Everyone would blame me.
No, you know what? And I was kind of a happy drunk anyway.
Right.
I just started to, my life choices at that point were starting to get kind of blurred.
So you think you're capable of never having another drink?
Oh, absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Howard, I drank enough for about 100 guys.
And did John ever come to you and say, listen, you got to stop drinking?
Yeah.
He laid that on you?
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I had a lot of support.
Did you tell him to fuck off?
No.
You didn't?
No. No, I knew. Listen, I kind of knew I needed to dry out.
Wow.
And I didn't know if it was going to be forever. But right. I knew I needed to just kind of just get my
good
life
for
together.
you. So you're busy now. Are you worth $65 million personally? That's the figure I read on the internet, that you have $65 million.
Give or take a few shekels.
That's nice, isn't it? That's really good.
But wait a minute. In the divorce, you don't lose a lot of money?
Hey, did Heather take you for a lot of money when you got divorced, or did you have a prenup?
Prenuptial.
Prenuptial. So you're safe. Thank God. Well, listen, Heather's got a lot of money.
She's got her own bread, man.
She's got money.
I was always drawn to, a lot of high-profile women, I think, because I think I really connect with people that are in the business and they understand what I do and I understand what they do.
Right.
And, that was one of those things.
So are you making a statement now that you mostly bang people in the business, like high-profile broads, right?
Not anymore.
Is that true? Is that like now you're...
No. Hey, look, I'm single now, man. It's all good.
So are you dating anybody right now? Are you out dating?
I'm kind of dabbling around. Nobody that's sticking. It's been such a busy year for me.
Right.
But I've never done 2 albums in one
But you're not that busy. You can't get laid. I mean, come on.
Oh, you got to sneak that in there, bro.
Yeah. And Denise,
he's not sticking with one.
When Denise Richards came in here and she talks about you, she says you are a great lover. I mean, she was very highly complimentary. Like you really gave it to her. And that is a sexy woman.
She ain't so bad herself, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She is a sexy fucking woman.
Yes, she is. She always has been. You know,
my God.
It's very insatiable. And she's a good girl. She's a good woman.
She admits it. She says, I have to fuck like crazy. You know, she loves it. She loves to fuck. I mean, guys, what are we talking about here?
Hey, nothing wrong with that, man.
Is she the sexiest woman you've ever been with?
Got to be up there.
Wow.
It's got to be up there.
So you guys got back together again, and now you recently broke up again.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
What happened?
Well, you know, I think that we were basically going in different directions, unfortunately. Like I said, this has been the busiest time of my life, between doing my record, writing and recording and all that stuff for the Bon Jovi record, and being a single dad. You know,
how does that work for you, being a single dad?
I mean, love it so much.
You do, but doesn't the kid? Don't the kids usually kind of go off with the mother more? It's like it's hard for you to.
No, you know, her and I have a very, very great relationship. I don't know what happened to you when you got divorced from your kids, but when I got divorced, my relationship with my little girl got better.
Right.
You know, because I mean, the time that she was spending with me, she was spending with me.
Right. And you got to do stuff on your own. Oh yeah, there you go. There's a picture of the two of you guys. Look at that. Very nice.
Oh. Yeah, there we go.
Look at you. And so you say things got better. And are you still friends with Heather? Like, can you go over there? I read that you actually go over there and have Thanksgiving and all these holidays.
Absolutely.
You can.
Oh, yeah, no, we just, you know, at first it was, you know, anytime you get divorced at first, always there's that, you know, kind of period where you're like, you don't like each other.
Right.
You know, because you're fighting about finances and this and that and the other thing, blah, 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 blah.
Who's going to pay for this and who's going to pay
little
for that?
hangover on that thing goes on, you know.
Right.
But, no, Heather and I, you know, knock on wood, are really great friends now. Ava and Heather and I went to a wedding together about 3 weeks ago.
That's fantastic.
You know, we text each other. Heather's working again.
What
She's
is she
doing really
doing?
well. Actually, she texted me yesterday, and she's doing a thing on Scary Movie 5.
Oh, no kidding.
Where she plays the mom of the Black Swan, and it's funny as shit, man.
Have you ever gotten to the point, post-divorce, that you've had sex with Heather again since the divorce? Would the two of you ever go back there once in a while?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
It can't happen.
I don't think so.
That line, huh?
We can't cross
Too much
that line?
water under the bridge, baby.
Too much.
Yeah.
Like, there's never been a night you're all hanging out, it feels good, your daughter's, you know, hanging out, the kid goes to sleep or goes out with her friends.
You forget you're not married
and all of a sudden
anymore.
you go, you know what the fuck? You know what?
Let's just go to bed.
You're Heather Locklear, I'm Richie Sambora. Why not? Why not?
I can't say the thought hasn't crossed my mind.
Right, why
but
not?
no, you know what? I think, you know, you got to leave what's in the past, and, you know, you don't want to start churning up that thing again, man.
I heard what came between you and Denise was that she was still in touch with Charlie Sheen, and Charlie's a big pain in the fucking ass, and you had said, look, man, I can't be with the chick if she's going to hang out with Charlie, because it's too fucking crazy, that whole scene.
Nah.
True or false?
False.
Really? You know
Absolutely
Charlie
false.
at all?
Absolutely. Charlie and I are friends, man.
Oh, you are?
And we've always been friends. Me and him used to hang out in the old days when we both were crazy.
Right. Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
You could hang with
he
Charlie
scared the hell out of me, man. I used to have to leave
say.
sometimes.
You weren't that crazy.
I wasn't as crazy as him, yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? He's a really good guy in a good way.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you hang out with him, he's a real man's man. You talk about sports, you know, you hang out.
Were you ever in the home when he has all these women and the parties and the hookers and the goddesses?
You know, I never was. I always used to go out with him. I would meet him somewhere. We'd go some parties, you know, go out to dinner, things like that.
You two must have been up to fucking shenanigans.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Unbelievable.
Like the kind of shenanigans we did, you know, in the old days too.
Yeah, well,
me and you.
I never had shenanigans like that. I mean, you know, what did I do? Nothing. Do you think Kiss is upset when they're listening this morning and they're going, man, we should have taken...
No, I think they're quite well off.
Yeah. Don't you
They got more money than me, bro.
Would you say that...
Like a lot more money.
Well, yeah, because they charge... They build caskets. Is there ever going to be a Bon Jovi casket?
I doubt that.
When you...
I mean, I'm a whore, but not that big.
They are the real whores of the business, right? It's unbelievably... They're not ashamed at all of taking every dime.
No, they're shameless, man.
sometimes you have to say to yourself, hey, I'll pass up on some merchandising, right?
Exactly.
You have to. Think of the arguments you would have gotten into with those guys had you joined KISS. What a different life it would have been.
Oh, yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, remarkable. Well, let's get to the new single. So this is very personal, this song to you. What song are you going to be doing for us?
Here's a song called Every Road Leads Home, and it seems to be the impact track that everybody is kind of going towards these days.
Right.
But interestingly enough, you know, I decided to go with an independent label.
Okay.
Which is interesting because the business is changing, obviously. You
Right.
know, obviously, social media and downloading is really what's going on.
Right.
And I also wanted to make the record I wanted to make artistically.
Right.
And, you know, obviously there's going to be a commerciality in it, but there's a lot of jamming in this. So you're getting the acoustic version of this stuff, but people are reacting to this track.
Now, some have interpreted this track, Every Road Leads Home. Home being Denise Richards' vagina.
Oh, my God.
That's true, Robin. Am I right, Richie, on that? Or is that a misconception?
It was actually, it's actually me being on the road coming home to my daughter, actually.
Oh, how boring.
Yeah.
I thought it was about Denise.
You know.
You got to tell me what she's like in bed.
She's lovely.
She
She's
talks
amazing.
up such a good fucking story here.
What are you going to do, man? I mean, you know, she's hot.
And she's a freak. She describes, she's blowing her, you know, she describes the whole thing. She loves anal. She loves anal, she told me.
I just work her.
I know. Are you into anal? I mean, giving it. All right. So this song that Richie's going to do. Giving, of course.
Yes.
All right. It hurts when they receive.
Oh, my God.
I mean, if you would write a song about how you manage to last when you're in bed with Denise Richards and I blow off right in 2 seconds, I would listen to that song. That's another song you should write. All right. Listen, Richie, so this song...
Next time, before I write a song, Howard, I'm going to consult you first.
Please do. So here's the song. Let's listen and see if we can understand what Richie's trying to say to us in this song.
Yeah, no problem. It's called Every Road Leads Home to You. All right, dudes.
Here we go.
Every road leads home to you.
I love that. Beautiful
Thought
song.
that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
I know.
Right?
Pretty good song, eh?
Real good song.
I liked it.
I'm telling you, man. Thank you, Robin.
I loved it. I loved it. Did you play that for your daughter?
Oh, yeah.
And did you say, honey, this is about you, or you just don't say
Absolutely.
anything?
She loved it.
She loved it. That's a beautiful thing for a father to write to his daughter, especially a divorced father, because Heather can't write a song for her. And you say, look, Daddy's better than Mommy, right?
Well, you know, hey, there's that, you know, there's the thing between a father and a daughter, man.
Right, it's very special.
That's just a little deeper, right?
Yeah, that's great, I tell you.
But you know what? The thing about the song...
I mean, what does Heather do? Heather goes out and buys her a sweater. You write a song for her. You know what I'm saying? I love that song. I love it.
The thing about this song, you know, it's like this whole album is interesting, you know, because I write stuff about me and what's happening in my life.
Right.
And I realize that it's everybody's stuff.
That's
It's actually
right.
universal. I mean, I think I've always been good about that, and I've always been good like that. I mean, even living on a prayer. Like
Right.
I said, you know, it kind of
It's
was
about
about us
people's-
struggling, doing our thing, getting out of New Jersey and trying to make ends meet. But it became everybody's song. And I think that a lot of this record, I think people are going to relate to a lot because it's an authentic human record. And it's got a lot of fire to it. And if you listen to the lyrics, I think they're good stories.
Is there anybody you like out there now? Any young kids coming up? Or are you just totally disillusioned with
Man, you know, no. Being from an independent label, man, I listen to a lot of new stuff that's really obscure, like in Silver Sun Pickups and Fits into Tantrums. And
you
My Morning Jacket is really good, I was listening to.
You still walk around, you put on headphones and listen to music and try to sort of see what everyone's up to.
Oh, you know, I am a avid record buyer. I buy at least 3 records a week.
Who's your favorite guitar player? Who is your hero, guitar-wise?
I had a bunch, man. I had, you know, Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix.
Right.
All the classics. Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, who played on my first solo album.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing,
Jimmy has come up, and I became, like, friends with my heroes, man. I hang out with Jimmy Page now. It's, like, serious.
Do you? Where do you hang out at his castle?
In London, man. He's got an apartment in London.
And you hang out?
What's that like?
Are you tongue-tied around this guy? Like, I mean,
you know, he makes it so you're not. He's such a gent.
Do you go over there and play guitars, or do you
sometimes? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you talk about?
He came up and jammed with me a couple times, and I'm actually going to come ask him if he wants to come to London and play.
Does he have 3D TV? He must, right? I mean,
you know what we do when we hang out?
Yeah, what do you do? Because
we go to concerts,
right,
and go out to dinner. Just the two of us.
And do people freak out when you guys show up together?
It's kind of cool, man. Chicks are flying around, I'll tell you that.
Is he still getting laid? I mean, is he doing his thing?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, he's a stud. He looks great. He's feeling great.
Jimmy Page, man. Look at you hanging out
isn't
with
that
this
heavy?
guy. I never think, who the hell does Jimmy Page hang out with? I never knew it was
Hangs
you.
out with Richie.
Yeah, man.
I'm not good at hanging out with people.
You were good at hanging out with me when we were when I was living in New York. We had a good time.
Like we take me over to Jimmy Page's apartment. Let's see what goes down. I'll fuck with that guy.
Listen to music, play a little guitar. You know what I mean? Just you know, that's it's.
Well, what are you going to do while they're listening to music and play guitar?
I'm getting one of those drums. What was that called again?
Cajon.
A cajon. I'm going to get a cajon now.
Okay.
I love that. It sounded great, by the way. You guys sound great together. Look, I could talk to you all day, but I'll let you out of here. Richie Sambora's new album, Aftermath of the Lowdown. I don't know what that means. It doesn't matter, really.
You want me to tell you?
What does it mean?
Okay. When you give somebody the lowdown, that's like giving somebody the truth.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what I did on this record about my life and what was going on. There's always an aftermath. It may be good. It may be bad.
So good to have you guys here today.
Brother.
Thank you for playing. And Richie, great seeing you. Known you so many years, and I'm very happy
Too
for
many
you.
years.
Yeah.
It won't be so long again, Howard.
All right, good. Don't be a stranger.
That's right. It's been a long time.
Next time I see you, be at Jimmy Page's place. We're all going over there for the big party.
Man. Hey, why don't you guys put me on America Got Talent? I'd love to play.
Would you?
Yeah.
The fucking show's over, but next season.
Bad, man. Green Day had a bunch of cool people on there.
Yeah. Where were you? Who knew?
I don't know. Where was I?
Do you ever go over to John's house for those Obama get-togethers, or those fundraisers?
I haven't been yet. No.
With Al Gore.
I haven't been over there. You haven't gotten political yet?
Well, you know, I campaigned for Clinton.
Yeah.
And I campaigned for Al.
Right.
And, you know, John's got the Obama thing kind of locked up. When he wants me to play, I'll probably go.
Right. You'll be there.
Absolutely.
All right. Listen, boys, thank you for doing this today. Very special morning because of your music.
Yeah.
Thank you. I could have done another hour with you guys. That was that sounded good.
Sounded really good.
Really good.
Thank you.
So great to see you.
You look great.
Dude.
And you're sounding great.
Oh, bro.
It's a really good song.
Hey, can I turn you on to a record?
Yeah.
If you want to come see me play, I'm playing October 23rd.
All right, I'm going
at
to try and come
Best Buy.
Oh, okay,
Please
great.
be my guest.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Bring your old lady, bring your kids.
All right, great. I'd love to do that.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to get you a record, though.
All right, please.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
It's a pleasure, brother.
Richie, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, man.
I heard you say in the studio just now during the break, you guys have known each other for 30 years.
Yeah.
So you go that far back with
We go, Howard and I go that far back. He was doing drive time, 5 o'clock drive time radio, man. And this is 1986 is the first time I was on the show.
Wow.
So it's like, 27 years or something.
What's been the constant about what you've appreciated about Howard for so many decades?
You know what? Obviously, he's always exciting. You never know what he's going to pull out, but that's what I like, I mean, and I think that, he's really about rock and roll. And I live rock and roll, so there's a lot of commonality. So we always have a good time. And actually, when I was living in New York, Howard and I would actually get together and go out to dinner sometime with our spouses, and we always had a great time. So I think we became friends after a while also.
Different professions, but you share the same spirit.
We share the same spirit, for sure.
All right, good luck with the new album, Richie.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
All right, man.
Now that we've had some distance from the America's Got Talent experience, the boys...
Really? There's distance?
Yeah, of course. There's at least a few days. Now that we have distance from the America's Got Talent thing, Sal and Richard went out on the street to ask old ladies and anybody else he could find. Oh, what they, he kind of tried to ID people who look like they might hate me.
Uh-huh. You can tell by
Well, yeah, you
looking.
can tell. You can look at somebody and know if they like me or not. Can't you, kind of? I mean, let's face it. We can profile Howard Stern fans. So he wanted to see if I'd won anyone over.
How did you think Howard Stern did this year on America's Got Talent as a judge?
I was surprised that he was pretty good.
Did he win you over?
No. I no care for Howard.
Would you like to see him come back next year, or would you like to see him replaced?
Replace him with an entertainer.
So he didn't win you over at all?
No.
Hey, I'm an entertainer. I mean, maybe
she
you
did say you were pretty good.
Yeah, but she didn't like me anyway.
You can't have the job because he doesn't like you.
She didn't like anybody, I think, if I remember this one correctly.
No.
Not one bit.
No, not really.
But you still think he did good, though.
Yeah, he did good, but it's time for somebody else.
Good, but not good enough?
Yeah.
Your opinion? How do you think Howard did this year as a judge?
I was quite surprised, and I really enjoyed him. I did enjoy him. It's fine if he comes back.
Who do you think is a better judge on TV, Howard Stern or Britney Spears?
Oh, I'll go with Howard. I don't like Britney either.
I would say they're kind of equal. They were both crazy, so now they're both coming around.
How about Howard Stern or Simon Cowell? Who do you think would be a better judge?
I'll take Simon. because he's obnoxious.
I kind of like Howard over Simon. Yes.
How about Howard Stern or Judge Judy?
Oh, please. That big mouth. I get it.
Which one?
Judge Judy. I used to like. I don't like her anymore.
So you think Howard's a better judge than Judge Judy?
Yeah, I'll take Howard over her.
Wow.
Howard over Judge Judy. Absolutely.
And Howard or Paula Abdul, who's the better judge to you?
I'll take Howard. She's annoying.
Howard. I like Paula, but I think it's just time to move on to someone that's a little bit more opinionated. She's very emotional.
Now, you know, Sharon...
Not bad, though. I mean, I got that one lady.
All right.
I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there with the ladies. That one lady's really... She just doesn't like anybody so far. That first one.
Yeah.
Osborne is leaving America's Got Talent. Who do you think should replace her next year?
Oh, Pink.
Betty White's great. Betty White would make the
Oh,
show.
no. Betty White. She could die sitting there next to me. Betty White. How come on all these other shows you get to sit next to, like
Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah, let me sit next to Nicole Scherzinger if they're going to replace Sharon. Let me take a look at that. I don't know. They asked a bunch of people.
What do you think of Howard Stern, how he did as a judge on America's Got Talent this year?
He's wild. He's still wild. He's good.
Good?
He's good.
Who do you think will be a better judge, Howard or Britney Spears on The X Factor?
Howard.
Why?
Because I don't like her.
What about her?
I don't think she has any talent.
What about Howard or Simon Cowell?
Oh, he's nasty. Simon Cowell is sort of kind of nasty, so Howard is a little nasty too, but okay. I would prefer Howard. Yes.
Right, see?
Even to Simon, huh?
Even to Simon himself. I'm moving up there. Maybe it's a good time to leave America's Got Talent. I don't think I could,
Go out on top.
Go out on top. You should see me at home wrestling with myself as I try to make my decision.
Really?
Yeah, well,
What are you doing? Have you made a list of the pros and the cons?
Well, I kept a folder all year of, everything. Really, I did.
Uh-huh.
Like the schedules and everything, so I could look at it and review it as I make my decision.
You just can't feel whether you enjoyed it and want to continue.
Can I tell you what I'm feeling?
Okay.
All right, I can feel. The way I'm looking at it is... I don't need a drum, but okay, if you want. The way I'm looking at it is, I enjoyed the show. I liked being on a network television show. I like doing something different out of my comfort zone. The actual working with Howie, Sharon, and Nick, I liked. I like the idea of the show itself. You know that. I'm a fan of the show. I like all the variety rather than just the singing.
Uh-huh.
But the singing's cool, too. And so all of that was pretty cool. I like that. And what I didn't like is that, I had sort of reorganized our schedules so that we could have more time off. And even our listeners were saying, hey, you take too much time off. But meanwhile, I didn't feel like I had any time off. Because every single vacation we had, I went to work. But I was working on America's Got Talent.
Well, I think it's interesting that you took extra work and are shocked that it meant eating into your time off.
Well, I knew that, but I didn't think it would be that much time because they had convinced me that it was only 30 days of work. But that's not true because it's like you got to get to these places. There's a whole buildup. You got to be here. It's not like the day I would do America's Got Talent, I had to go run around. Like I didn't get to go have a normal day. I would just sit around and
wait for America's Got Talent.
Yeah, and you didn't want to do too much because you got to be on your game, the whole thing. So that's the part I don't like, our schedule, because if we weren't on in the morning, it'd be one thing. But I was up at 4 in the morning, and if I had to go do a taping tonight or something, it wrecks me. So that's where I'm at. But But then I keep thinking to myself, well, you know what? I built something this year. I started with the show, built a following with it. How can I leave now?
And wasn't it fun?
It was. I mean, some days it was. And some days it was like kind of a drag. But, you know, but mostly fun.
You always look like you were having fun.
Well, hey, that's my gift. I look like the life of the party.
Mr. Munn.
Yes.
Aside from Beth, many would argue that you spend the most time by Howard's side.
At AGT?
Well, in general, between the show and now after his first year in AGT. I mean, you were with him every step of the way, pretty much. Having this type of inside access, knowledge, conversation, what's your prediction for another season, for a return to America's Got Talent? What do you think is going to happen?
It's hard to say because the schedule was pretty grueling.
Right, and no one
for him.
Right, and you see that firsthand every day.
Yeah,
every morning.
Yeah, and the mornings that he come to the radio station, the weeks that we had to go away and travel for auditions to different cities. It was a lot. It was a lot on him. It was a lot on everybody who was involved. You know. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to be, and I'm sure it's not all about whether. The scheduling is, I'm sure it's got to do with all kinds of different things, whether he goes back or not. You know? It's just not one thing to decide whether he goes back or not, I'm sure.
But on the grueling schedule factor alone, what does that tell you in your mind? If you had a gun to your head.
Well, I know he loves doing it. I know he loves being the judge thing. And, I don't know. I would say if I was to be asked percentage-wise, I would say 75-25 that he's going to do it.
Thank you, Mr. Munn. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Seriously, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Gary, I just spoke with Ronnie Mund about the possibility of Howard returning for a second season of America's Got Talent. Other than him, I mean, you spend the most time with Howard and you see the effects of this show and the toll it takes on him the most. What's your prediction?
I'm on the fence. Not being politically correct. It's just, you know, I saw him be very tired at the end of the season. If it were in the middle of the season, I would have said, yeah, I'll probably resign for another year. By the end, he seemed exhausted, and I know he enjoyed himself, but I also think he might have wondered whether it was worth it or not.
If you had to quantify it, would you, in a percentage, would you say 50-50?
50-50.
I think we're going to be speaking to Bam Margera in about 5 minutes.
About his home invasion?
Yeah, his home got invaded, and some chick started making out with him in his sleep, and then started...
Was naked. She was naked.
Naked and then fingering herself on the floor, but he called the police.
While he called the police. That turned her on. He's calling 911. Oh, my God, I have to touch myself.
She masturbated while he called police. Robin's right. He turned her on with that. Oh, wait, here's Bam. We got to hear what's happening.
All right.
It's crazy, huh, Bam?
What up? Yeah, I've seen a lot of bizarre things before, but this by far tops it big time, and I honestly never thought I'd be so scared of like a 24-year-old naked chick in my room.
Wow.
You know what's crazy, too, because I was thinking about you, you know, because you're on Jackass, and I've seen you do outrageous things. I mean, like, you know, you guys will, you know, smack each other in the head. You'll beat each other. You'll break bones. You know. And the one thing that freaked you out was this naked chick.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, I mean, first of all, she wasn't forming any sentences right. Like, she wasn't making any sense at all. And like, she was saying things like, the owl sent me from Jupiter when I asked who she was.
And you don't think that's hot?
I thought that she was capable of getting a knife from the kitchen and either stabbing me or my girlfriend.
Do you think someone from Jackass was playing a prank on you? Like, did that thought occur to you that maybe the guy set this up?
Where's the camera?
Actually, for one split second, I thought it was my friend named David Lee Homo. He does appearances for me, and he was staying at my house at the time. So I thought that it was him playing a prank, like laying naked in my bed, like as a joke. But
yeah, because you know a lot of guys. Like, who was that guy you used to hang around with? The really crazy.
Novak?
Yeah. Like you hang around with such crazy, wild people, and you need to for your business. But like, I wouldn't trust anything that was going on. I would think everything was weird, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I woke up to someone like kissing me on the lips and on the neck, and I thought it was my girlfriend. So I'm like, yo, quit it, man. I'm sleeping. Like, we'll do that later. And then I see that she's dead asleep looking the other way. And this silhouette of this girl. And then,
do you think if your girlfriend wasn't with you, would you maybe banged her?
Well, I mean, like, she's not a bad-looking girl. Like, she's in shape, but I mean, like, she's been homeless and stuff, so she looks like she had like really hairy armpits and like this minging ass pussy.
Did she smell?
Actually, yeah, I could. And when I turned on the light, she said that you know, the owl sent me from Jupiter, and that sentence right there was like, what, 911 right now, like.
When you say she wasn't bad looking, like, give me an example. Was she like, who'd she look like?
She looked like a hippie girl that in shape. She had no boobs. And you know, she looked kind of like a skater girl, you know, like one that didn't bathe too often.
Did she look like what's that singer's name? When you say skater girl, who's the girl who wrote
Avril Lavigne?
Avril Lavigne? Did she look like Avril Lavigne?
Oh no, she's drop dead gorgeous now, but
yeah, because if it was Avril Lavigne, I'd bang her. I don't care what she has. What did you call her, pussy?
The owl from Jupiter would have been fine. A fine sentence.
Is that what she said? An owl from Jupiter sent me.
Yeah, and then
there's no owls on Jupiter, Robin.
And another thing is that when she was kissing me on the lips, the very next day I get this minging ass cold sore on my lip. So I'm like, this bitch just gave me fucking herpes, or else I have a major stress blister from all this.
No, that sounds like she gave you something. All right, so let's take me through this. This girl, had you been contacted by her before?
I knew of this girl who came from Florida somewhere, who left her husband to come. She knocked on my mom's door from like with all of her bags packed and said, "I'm here to marry Bam and move in."
Yeah, that's all you need is another wife. You just got rid of one.
Well, my mom was like, "Oh, well, at the moment he's a little busy in that category." That happened like almost a year ago, and then so my mom called the cops, and they took her to a homeless shelter because she had nowhere to go.
Right.
And then so people around Westchester see her walking around, and she's pretty much known as Bam's Florida stalker.
Right.
You know, so I never knew what she looked like. I just heard the stories.
Are you allowed to call the police at that point? I guess not, because she really hasn't done anything wrong.
Yeah, at that point, yeah. But my girlfriend takes her down as I'm on the phone with 911, and she's telling her all kinds of complete nonsense, like nothing that she said made any sense. She would say, like, my parents invented goats and trailers. And then,
but wait a second. So the woman had been around town for like a year. She'd even gone to your mom's house. You put her in a homeless shelter, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So, like, how did she, like, so she must have broken into your house that night.
Yeah.
And like, you don't have any kind of alarm or anything like that. You don't live that lifestyle.
Well, I have 9 camera angles, but I mean, like, I have 14 acres and the whole place is fenced off. It's a 10-foot fence that you have to, like, climb. It's hard to do, especially when you're naked,
Right.
How did she get in?
Did
you know?
I mean, you have videotape. How did she get in?
I believe there's one part of the property where you can walk through the woods, but it's all marsh. So you're up to like a foot of mud if you want to do it that way. And it's pitch black. You can't see anything. Like, even I wouldn't be able to figure it out, and I live here.
I mean, this is a weird question, but is there any chance this girl would make a good judge on America's Got Talent if Sharon leaves? Because she sounds great. So wait, so you're saying somehow she negotiated the woods in the nude because did your cameras pick up the fact that she was nude when she broke in?
Actually, the guy who knows the password to check the footage is on a vacation, and I can't get a hold of him to look at it yet.
Yeah, we got to get a hold of that.
Yeah, we got to find out how she got in.
And will you release that video when you get it?
Yeah, and so when she figured out that I called the cops, 10 police officers, state troopers show up, and she's still rambling on about, like, the Agonist from Montreal, which is a pretty good death metal band that I like sent me from Galaxy 5000, like just making up anything. And so when she saw the police cars coming in, she just ran into the woods naked, and she absolutely had no clothes. And apparently people from Westchester who see her walking around know that she has a BMX bike. So I think that she drove from Westchester, which is 7 miles naked, to get here.
How do you know she didn't, like, have clothes on and then get naked when she got in your house?
Yeah, she might have walked through the mud.
We tore this place apart, and we couldn't find anything, and she didn't even know where her clothes was. She, like, either she's completely mentally ill or she was on, like, loads of acid or something.
Well, let me get this straight. So, okay, so that night, so she somehow gets in. And by the way, who's your new girlfriend? Is she super hot like the ex-wife?
Ex-wife, yeah.
Yeah, big time. She's from San Francisco. Yeah, she looks like Angelina Jolie, but she's in the itty-bitty titty committee. She has no boobs.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to bring her in here one time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, we need to look her over if she looks like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
That's hot. So, where'd you meet that one?
Actually at a 𝗦𝗫𝗄𝗿𝗍 concert in Petaluma, which is right near San Francisco, and she was in, like, the front row, and we kept making eye contact, so finally I just brought her up there, and then we just connected real well, and then been keeping in touch ever since. But
How old a girl is this?
She's 26.
Perfect. Nice. Yeah. So, okay,
27 now.
You moved her in, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Why not?
So...
Oh, there she is. Yeah, she does look like Angelina Jolie.
Oh, my goodness, she absolutely does.
Yeah, a little bit Mila Kunis, too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, hey, man, that's fine. I'd move her right in, too. How long did it take you to make that decision to move her in?
Well, we would see each other on and off when I would fly to L.A. to film Jackass or something like that. But, you know, after a little while, it was like, all right, you're moving in.
Yeah, you don't want to leave her laying around somewhere. You know what I mean? So anyway, so she's asleep. You're laying in bed. Suddenly, you feel someone making out with you. You think it's your girlfriend. This broad kisses you, and meanwhile, just from one kiss, you're saying you got a cold sore. That's unfucking believable.
Yeah, like.
Who knows how long she was kissing you? Because you know she might have been.
And who knows how long she was standing there staring at it.
Right. Oh, it's so creepy.
That's creepy.
Oh
yeah.
my God. And so then when you finally stirred, you realized it wasn't your girlfriend because you looked over and you saw your girlfriend sleeping.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my. I mean, your heart's got to be pounding a mile a minute.
Yeah, it's like especially when it's like dark and you can't really see. Like all I could see is a silhouette of a naked chick that I'd never recognized before.
Wow.
And it gets even better because you know, I said she's known as the Florida Stalker. Well, a few of my friends do a radio show at a bar in town that she happened to show up to at the time. So they're like, we want to interview you right now. And this was about 2 to 3 months ago. And they say, so you came here from Florida to marry Bam, and where are you even living right now? And she said, I live in a tree fort, you know, and they just thought she was nuts. Well,
tree fort.
Well, when the police came here, they searched my entire property for almost 7 hours, and finally they find her in my treetop casino. So she did this interview 3 months ago, which means she's been fucking living at my house without anybody knowing it.
What's a treetop casino?
It's well, for Viva La Bam, we did this episode where we built this tree fort in the woods. So I hardly ever go down there.
Right.
And nobody really does. But she's been sneaking in and living there.
But you call it the Tree Fort Casino because what, you guys would play cards and stuff there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I'd like to build one of those, actually.
And never go to it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
a naked woman living in it.
No naked women in my Tree Fort Casino. But you know, like every guy's probably thinking, hey, that's kind of cool, but it's not, man, because that's scary. I mean, she could have cut your dick off or something.
You don't know what she could have done.
Yeah, I mean, the most bizarre thing was just the fact that, you know, she's not, her sentences aren't making, you know, she would just say words. It was scary.
So do you think that, so she's in police custody right now, right?
Yeah, and you know, I feel bad for her because, you know, like they gave her like sexual assault charges, stalking, trespassing, breaking and entering, robbery, like all this. Well, how can you rob anything with your butt ass naked? But they pretty much gave her.
Yeah, but dude, you got it. Listen, don't say you feel bad for her because this is a chick who's not going to give up. That's number one. Like, look at Letterman. He used to have some situation like that. That chick was not giving up under any circumstance. If what the cops are trying to do is make enough charges, because, you know, in our system, the cops charge you with a bunch of stuff, and then it gets all knocked down. So